Sonic Prime has taken the Sonic community by storm over the last 2 years. There have been 3 seasons for a total of 24 episodes involving the Paradox Prism breaking and Sonic in search of a way to restore reality. This review is an overall review of seasons 1, 2, and 3 and is a full-out spoiler warning, and if you love Sonic, subscribe right now. First of all, season 1 story starts out with Green Hill Zone, where Sonic and his friends discover that Dr. Eggman is trying to steal the Paradox Prism. In the process of stopping him, Sonic accidentally shatters the Paradox Prism and he gets sent through cyberspace into New York City. From here he discovers in this reality the Chaos Council rules the world, and Sonic finds Nine and the Resistance and he wants to help them defeat the Chaos Council. It is discovered that Sonic can restore reality by finding the shards of the Paradox Prism. As he searches for them, he discovers that there are several alternative versions of the world, including the Pirate World, Jungle World, version of Green Hill, and an empty place called the Grim. The Chaos Council also wants them, and Sonic is in a race against time to get all the shards. Season 1 ends when Sonic leaves the Grim and goes into the Shatter Space. Season 2 starts with Sonic and Shadow fighting each other in the Shadowverse, but they eventually realize that they have to work together. Much of this season is Sonic fighting the Chaos Council in various worlds. We are constantly reintroduced to the variants of Sonic's friends. Rusty Rose switches sides to help Sonic, and in many cases Sonic battles the Chaos Council, wins, collects pieces of the Paradox Prism, and moves on. Sonic meets Chaos Sonic and is able to defeat him. Nine puts the pieces of the Paradox Prism together, but then fails. Meanwhile, Sonic and Shadow fight the Chaos Council. Then they have to fight against a giant Dr. Eggman robot, and Nine blasts Sonic with the Paradox Prism energy, creating Prism Sonic, which he can then defeat the Chaos Council. Then Nine turns into a villain and steals the Paradox Prism. Season 3 starts with Nine betraying Sonic and going into the Grim, where he uses the Paradox Prism to start building some kind of castle. Sonic and Shadow try to fight Nine, and he realizes that he needs Sonic's energy for the Paradox Prism. However, Shadow saves Sonic by throwing him out of the Grim and into New York City. Sonic finds Renegades, Knuckles, Rebel Rouge, and is able to convince the Chaos Council to help him defeat Nine. Sonic then gets all his friends that he knows, and then he goes into the Grim and fights Nine. After a long battle, Nine realizes that it's over, and in order to restore reality, Sonic uses his energy to fully power the Paradox Prism. The Chaos Council tries and fails to steal the Paradox Prism, and then Shadow takes Sonic back to Green Hill, where everything gets restored to the point where the prism broke. Shadow then uses Chaos Control to take the Paradox Prism, and Dr. Eggman fails. In the final scene, Sonic brings his friends Chili Dogs, and then a massive blast occurs where Sonic says we gotta go fast and runs towards danger. So my thoughts on Sonic Prime is that it has such a fun charm to it. It's a show that I can pay attention to with its story, but also a show that I can watch while kicking back and relaxing. The animation is so fluid and smooth, especially the small details such as the cute way Sonic's ears often move, as well as the way the voice acting is, which is really impressive. The story of season 1 and 2 is about establishing Sonic's friends and learning about the power of the Paradox Prism, while Sonic Prime season 3 is more about the big epic fight at the end. It starts out light but gets very serious later on. I really enjoy the concept of Sonic having to meet these new versions of his friends and having to find the shards before the Chaos Council, only to have his friend betray him. Sonic starts out very childish and not really caring for his actions. However, throughout the show he builds a lot of character until the end, where he's much more responsible for his actions. Pacing is very fast, so Sonic does not have a lot of time to think about his actions, and there is a lot of pressure on him to do the right thing and accept his responsibility and fate. Sonic continues this same concept, we gotta stick together speeches, and is always friendly and helpful towards anyone and everyone. Shadow also plays an important role in the show because at first he is super mad at Sonic for causing this mess, but then he realizes that he has to work together with Sonic in order to help restore reality. The only downside to him is there are several episode stretches where he is not there, but when he does, he makes a very big bang. This might be the best portrayal of Shadow since Sonic 2006. Nine is perhaps the most unusual character. At first he was skeptical of Sonic, but over time he started to like Sonic and become friends, but Nine was truly only in it for himself, and he stole the Paradox Prism and become the true villain of the show. I feel like he went mad with power because at the end he realized he messed up and he felt really bad for Sonic. Chaos Council is also very cool because instead of one Dr. Eggman, you get 5 of them, and they were often very funny and very evil at the same time. Many other characters like Rusty Rose, Chaos Sonic, and all the different versions of Sonic's friends added a very interesting perspective to these characters. There are some pacing issues and some character movements that do not feel earned. Like in some cases, although you feel that it's a slow build up toward the ending, which felt like everything was on the line. I think the ending was a bit rushed, and if the show is canon, it would be somewhere near Sonic Advance 3 and Sonic Unleashed. It also seems as though they're trying to pull a Sonic 2006 reset. Sonic arrives before the moment of the Paradox Prism is destroyed, and Shadow takes it away, so that because of this, it was never destroyed and Sonic Prime would have never happened. However, Sonic remembers the events. I don't think we will get a 4th season because the shockwave at the end most likely resets Sonic's memory, and this is the same shockwave as from the first episode, so it resets the show from the beginning. In conclusion, Sonic Prime is so fun to watch, especially how the story gets so serious and how Sonic realizes his potential. The action and excitement was just so much fun. I really liked Sonic Prime, and this show is for sure one of the best Sonic TV shows. That's gonna do it for this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and remember, you gotta go fast!